Hi, my name is Joanne Ajayi. On this channel, we are dedicated to creating awareness on emotional intelligence. Many people are taught how to read and write in schools, but very few people are taught how to manage their emotions. Emotional intelligence isn't just a luxury set of skills. It's actually the difference between reacting to life and leading a progressive life. So please stay tuned so that your life can move forward. Today, I want to talk about something uncomfortable but necessary: misattunement. Misattunement basically means the lack of understanding or harmony between two things or two people. And so today, I'm going to be talking about why children or why parents are misattuned with their children, how to identify misattunement and how it plays out in life, and lastly, how to overcome it if you're a parent. And if you have a parent who is misattuned, you definitely want to show empathy. So let's dive in. Some parents love their children deeply, but don't actually see them. I say some because I can't speak for every parent. Misattunement many times isn't just about abuse. Misattunement sometimes means there's a lot of wounds that hasn't been processed or healed. And when a parent's fear becomes louder than a child's voice, misattunement begins. I'm going to highlight the story of Jonathan and Saul in the Bible. King Saul was the first king of Israel. And in 1 Samuel, we see how Saul, even though he was the king, he was insecure, he was reactive, and he felt threatened, even towards his own son. A lot of parents today are like this, and many times they don't even realize the damage this can have on their family, on their children, and even in the larger society. Saul allowed fear, comparison, and jealousy to guide his decisions. And if you're familiar with the Bible, you would find that the relationship between Saul and his son, Jonathan, became tensed. That is misattunement. But you see, a lot of parents do this unknowingly. It's deeper than the surface. The truth is, a parent who was never emotionally seen would not know what to look out for. Like Saul, a lot of parents are misattuned with their children and don't even realize it. Here is why parents struggle to attune: unhealed trauma, fear-based control, emotional immaturity, cultural conditioning that says children should be seen and not heard, and finally, lacking the language to define emotional states. But I want you to show empathy to your parent, or if you identify this in yourself as a parent, you also need to be gracious to yourself. The truth is, we cannot recognize what we haven't been trained to see. So here is what misattunement looks like: reacting without responding. Have you ever been in a situation where you tell your parents something, or they find out something about your grades in school, for example, and instead of asking you questions and asking you the steps you took to achieve that grade, or the steps you didn't take to achieve that grade, they get angry instead? They start yelling and even telling you that when they were your age, they were always first in their class. That is a typical example of a parent who is reacting instead of responding to their child. Another case is minimizing children's emotions. This is how many of us became emotionally immature adults, because as children, we were asked not to express ourselves, or rather, we were not encouraged to express ourselves. Making everything about yourself, that is another sign of misattunement. Being physically present but emotionally unavailable. Going back to the story of Saul. Saul was a king, but we see that he struggled to separate his role as a father and his insecurities. And many parents today struggle with the same problem. If you're watching this and you see yourself in any of these categories, pause. This is actually a good sign. Awareness is maturity. Shame will keep you defensive, Awareness will make you curious. So here's what I need you to do. Ask your child these questions. How does it feel like talking to me? When we speak, do I make you feel heard? These are the questions you want to ask your children. And yes, it takes courage to be vulnerable, but emotional learning starts with asking the right questions. Courage basically is you taking the first step to asking real questions on how you've been relating with your children and with the people in your life. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share with your family and friends. And do remember to stay tuned for more on emotional intelligence.